And we end with a major controversy in the United States, after President Donald Trump launched a fiery attack against Somali immigrants, their elected representatives, and Minnesota's leadership. In a lengthy outburst, President Trump described Somalia as barely a country and claimed that refugees from there contribute nothing. He also accused Somali communities in Minnesota of ripping off the state for billions of dollars. Then, he also launched scathing remarks on Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Listen in.
I think that Walz is a grossly incompetent man. There's something wrong with him, okay? There's something wrong with him. And when you look at what he's done with Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other.
In his remarks, Trump also labeled Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and her associates garbage.
I see somebody like Ilhan Omar, who I don't know at all, but I always watch her for years. I've watched her complain about our Constitution, how she's being treated badly. Our Constitution, the United States of America, is a bad place. Hates everybody, hates Jewish people, hates everybody. And I think she's an incompetent person. She's a real terrible person.
And then the president went even further, declaring openly that he does not want Somali immigrants in the United States, insisting that in his view, Somalia is quote-unquote no good for a reason, and that they should go back and fix where they came from.
So, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country.
Trump's comments escalated into wider policy threats. He announced that his administration is preparing large-scale arrests. His administration also signaled new restrictions, a permanent pause on immigration from what he called third world countries. Minnesota is home to the largest Somali community in the US, with estimates around 80 to 84,000 people, many of whom are US citizens or long-term residents. City officials have made clear they will not cooperate with the enforcement operation, and the local police department will not participate. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey called the plan a frightening moment for the Somali community and reaffirmed that the Somali community is welcomed, valued, and protected.
We are here to respond to a number of credible reports from several media outlets relaying that there are as many as 100 federal agents that will be deployed to the Twin Cities with a specific focus on targeting our Somali community. To our Somali community, we love you and we stand with you. That commitment is rock solid. Minneapolis is proud to be home to the largest Somali community in the entire country. They've been here for decades.
Frey warned that this kind of targeting does more than create panic. It chips away at constitutional protections and reshapes who is treated as fully American.
Again, villainize an entire group is ridiculous under any circumstances. And the way that Donald Trump is consistently doing it, I think calls into question major constitutional violations, and it certainly violates the moral fabric of what we stand by in this country as Americans.
The Trump administration has also moved to roll back temporary protected status for Somalis. The US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, has been directed to locate and detain undocumented Somalis. Yesterday, the Trump administration announced a sweeping halt on immigration filings from 19 non-European countries. The order freezes green cards, naturalization requests and other filings, and expands partial travel bans. Introduced in June into a much broader bloc, the White House says the move is a direct response to the shooting of National Guard members in Washington on November the 26th, where an Afghan man was taken into custody. One soldier was killed and another was critically wounded. What happens next will depend on federal decisions in Washington. But in Minnesota, city officials say their position won't change. They will support Somali residents, reject discrimination, and work to keep their community safe.
They promised glory. They delivered fear. They shaped nations. They scarred generations. From brutal purges to propaganda machines, from stolen power to violent falls from the throne. Welcome to The Dictator, a series that strips away the myth and then exposes the men behind the tyranny. History remembers their power. Firstpost reveals their truth.